Someone there will have seen the suggestion from yesterday that they should hire Mark Murphy, the outgoing Packers CEO, as the interim executive director. And look, when I say I'm not going to get involved in the whole Game of Thrones thing, I mean I'm not going to let people reach out to me and make suggestions under the guise of trying to help me. Hey, you know what? You'd look really smart if you suggested this. Hey, you know what? Let me tell you about my client here and why he would be a great choice. No. This is one that bubbled up organically from a reader question. Now, for all I know, it's next level chess, and they thought that I would react to it properly, and this is part of a shadow candidacy by Mark Murphy. If so, good. If that's what he pulled off, if he was able to convince me that way, all the more reason to hire him. I've gotten some feedback from people around the league who love the idea of the NFLPA hiring Mark Murphy to be the interim, if not permanent, executive director because he's in the room where it all happens. He's in the room where the collusion happens. He's been involved in negotiating these contracts as a representative of the league. And he was the Washington player rep. He was a union VP. He was involved in the 82 strike as a player. He's seen it from both sides. And he's being pushed out of his 17-year job as Packers president because the bylaws say once you turn 70, you have to step down. It's inherently ageist. Why does your birth certificate that says you were born 70 years ago disqualify you from continuing? And someone said to me, well, Mark has no problem with that. Well, what's he going to do? When he took the job at 53 and they said, hey, when you turn 70, you're going to have to retire. Well, I'll worry about that when I'm 70. At 53, it sounds great. It's like how Bill Belichick used to say, I'll never coach when I'm 70. Yeah, if you say that at 55, that's one thing. The night before you're turning 70, that's a different thing. What if Mark Murphy still has more to give? He's being frozen out of management by an arbitrary rule in the Packers bylaws, and he's available now. Does he just fade off into the sunset, or does he go full circle? There's a certain romance to the idea of going back to where he started, of doing right by the players after leading the charge for management. Maybe he feels guilty about that. I know that the NFLPA was pissed at him in 2011. I'd say let bygones be bygones. Welcome him back. He's your guy. He's your guy. He's your ace in the hole or up the sleeve or wherever the ace goes. It would be a coup. I think it would terrify the owners if the NFLPA would do it. And there aren't many things that terrify the owners. Now, I don't know if he contractually can. Maybe they'll throw and this is the counter move. Before the NFLPA even realizes what's going on, somebody needs to sign him to some consulting deal for the next 10 years at some ridiculous amount of money to keep the NFLPA from hiring him. And for all I know, that already exists. Point is this. And when someone asked me, why did you suggest Mark Murphy? Well, number one, I think it's a great idea. It wasn't my idea. I took the question and I realized, hey, there's a hell of an idea lurking in here. I did that much. But I'm also trying to encourage the union to think creatively. Don't just throw a dart at somebody who's currently working for the union or the head of Players Inc. People that either Lloyd Howell brought in. Why would you even consider anyone Lloyd Howell brought in? Are you kidding me? Anyone that Lloyd Howell hired disqualified to be the interim executive director. No offense to any of those people. Surely they're fine people. But if Lloyd Howell's fingerprints are on their hiring, disqualified. And if they were there under Lloyd Howell and did anything other than stand up and shout and say, this guy needs to get the hell out of here. So Craig Jones and the whistleblower from the One Team Partners investigation, even though it's not about One Team Partners, that's what it's generally known as. It's about the MLBPA executive director and the NFLPA executive director, apparently. We don't know much about the details, but my point is this. Whoever was blowing the whistle about that or Craig Jones, those are the only ones. Anybody else is disqualified. NFLPA should be thinking creatively and expansively and broadening the lens. You don't want to do Mark Murphy? Fine. Be thinking about someone else that maybe you could pluck from the other side. Somebody you can pick off and pull over to your side who knows how they do things, who knows how they think. You were infatuated with Lloyd Howell because I've been dealing with unions my whole career. I know how to deal with them. How about somebody who knows how to deal with this union? It's so simple. Hopefully they'll figure it out. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.